Hello friends, I wanted to show you, this is my little Light Wish swatch book. Say that 10 times fast. And I wanted to share with you another way that I use this little book is kind of swatching out my favorite colors. So olive green is one of my favorites, and one of the ways I love to make olive green, of course, is mixing opposites, which would be like a red and a green. I like rose pink for my reddish hue. So what I'm going to do is swatch out my red pinkish color on one side, and then I'll swatch out my green on the other side. So this is just tree green, which I love this color as well. And then what I'm going to do is add in just a bit of red here to that one. So I'll rinse my brush, add in just a touch of red. And as I get towards the middle, I'm going to add more and more red. So this one's pretty green, as you can see still, but it's got a touch of red in it. So my next square over, I'm going to add just a little bit more red, like that. And we're getting more to that olivey green as well. So that's just a little bit more red. And then I'll keep going here. So I'll start with that green. And this time I'm going to make even more red in there. There we go. A little bit more green. Of course, this is really quite, you know, it's going to be individual for everybody, but it's getting redder and redder. So the next one over is going to have the majority of red because it's right before completely red, or that pinkish. So I'll go into that pink. And you do kind of, like I said, you have to kind of play with this a bit. So it's still got that green in it. Might just add a tiny bit more, but it's mostly pink. So I like to do this, and I'm actually even going to darken this one up a bit, because when I'm using olive green, I'm pretty much going for that deep value. So let me just show you that. And look at right away, it gets that real deep, dark, olivey color. So I use this so that I can kind of play and test out my favorite colors. And then what I'll do is write down what the mix was. So for this one, you know, it was probably 50-50 green and red. And then sometimes I'll even put, here's the actual olive green right above it. But look how much more interesting it is mixed with the flower color of pink. And then I can have different combinations. All right, I hope that was fun. I'd love to hear what your favorite mixes are. This is definitely one of mine. And as always, happy painting. So fabulous to have you here in our little group. And excuse me. And let's keep playing. And I'll be right here reminding you, you are an artist.